Guys, I just got done watching the sixth episode of Marvel's The Gifted series, and I'm really sorry that it's been like 2 weeks since the episode 5 review. Life's just been very busy at the moment, both for me and Max, because I think he's also trying to get his Pirates review done, and I'm sure he'll get that done soon. So let's get into it. So, the episode 6 of The Gifted, this was more of a sort of character-driven character development sort of episode. Not a lot happened in this episode. So the pacing was a bit weak in this episode, but overall I still really enjoyed it. There were a good few references to the first few episodes actually, because there were obviously Reed is back and we got a lot of character development with him because obviously he was a prosecutor of the mutants and now he's been forced to live in this environment, this like refugee bunker. Well, actually it's sort of like a rundown mansion, but it's an absolute shit state to be fair. And as I mentioned, he's trying to get used to this environment, and the way he sort of realizes that these entities are actually they're not mutants, they're his children. He has to get used to that. And the scenes with him and his son Andy were really good to see. I really like those scenes. But overall, this story, I don't know where it's going, to be honest with you guys, because it's going down like a really dark route. Because at the end of last episode, if you guys remember at the end of episode 5, Agent Turner actually has PTSD from when his child died, and this created this movement of calling the mutants terrorists, and then the X-Men apparently broke up. Obviously, this is like a sort of standalone universe, sort of like the Insomniac, like Spider-Man universe. It's like sort of on its own, but the X-Men actually get name dropped twice in this episode. But I mean, I'm here for it. I don't know what version of the X-Men, if it's the 20th Century Fox one, or maybe it's a cancelled one that they might have brought into the MCU. Obviously, we've not seen that yet. But overall, that was really cool to see. And sorry, going back to the topic. So yeah, and at the start of this episode, it kind of shows the reaction from that day. I think it's called the 7-Eleven attack. And this guy actually tries bombing a stand for charity that's run by mutants because he thought that they were a part of it. And if you see a bunch of terrorists asking money, obviously I'm not saying you're gonna bomb them, but like you're not gonna be happy. So yeah, this guy dashes a grenade out the window, and it shows that these mutants are actually good people. You see Thunderbird and Pulse, obviously, as we know, we'll talk about Pulse in a minute. But Thunderbird and Pulse, they actually save these people, and that kind of leads into the other part of the story of this episode, apart from all the Agent Turner and Reed and Andy stuff. Thunderbird is trying to find out what happened to his friend Pulse that we talked about last week. And oh, sorry, the week before. I know it's been a while. So yeah, they're trying to find out what the Sentinel services are doing to his mind because he's been controlled, and I really can't wait to see where this goes. As I said, this was a bit of a character development episode, so we actually didn't really find out what happened to Pulse in this episode, but Sunspot actually finds these hard drives, and hopefully they'll plug them in a computer next week, and we'll or maybe I might watch another one. But I really hope that soon they find out this Pulse thing, because it's been going on for 3 episodes. But overall, guys, I really did enjoy this episode. I'd probably only give it like a 7.5 to an 8 though. Maybe even just a 7.5. No, 7.5 to 8. It was actually quite an enjoyable episode. So far this season has been, or this show, sorry, overall, it's been very sort of thorough. It's been very consistent, and I can't remember it being this good, to be honest with you guys, because I obviously I've seen this before, but I don't really remember it. So maybe that's a negative of this show. Obviously, I watched this 2 weeks ago, and I struggled to remember what happened in the last episode. But what they've done on the service that I'm watching, they have an intro at the start of every episode that recaps the last one. And as a member of the audience, I really do appreciate this because not every show can be as gripping, or sorry, not every episode even can be as gripping as the next. There's a season finale, or as a mid-season finale, or even a pilot episode. And I can't really remember how many episodes this first season has, but overall, I'm really enjoying it so far. If you guys have already seen The Gifted, obviously, as we've just mentioned, it came out 3 years ago. Like, wow, time does fly. So let me know down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Look out for my episode 7 review and my review for Red Sparrow coming very soon. Goodbye.